Is this it for the Newfie Growlers? That is a question that we have asked ourselves on a couple of occasions throughout this series, and to be honest, with us not having an upload of this in the past couple of days for the better part of a week, if we're being honest, we're that much closer to this, in fact, being it for the Growlers. As you may have heard in the review video of EA's most recent roster update for this game, feel free to check that out if you want. I am very close to being done with my initial batch of roster editing. It's not going to be perfect in terms of having all the created players that I typically add, like all the new top prospects in the next couple of years, stuff like that, but it's going to be in a much better spot than what they provided us yesterday, I can tell you that much. But because I'm almost done with that process, new series are going to be starting up here by the end of the month, which means, yeah, the Growlers are running out of time. However, this represents arguably our best shot ever. 46 wins on the season. The controversy of would I or would I not change the lines? The lines have not been touched, with the exception of the penalty kill. So we will be running with Gianta LaRue or Rayom Corzini-Durand, Brennan, May, Angelides, Hines, Hannon, and Thomas. Of course, we made that change to send down a couple of options and to go with some of the guys who might be able to get the job done, and so far so good with these combinations. Defensively as well, Wallet, Oulet, whatever you say, with Laflemme, Sauvé Bellemare, Sauvé Leroy. All of it stays the same. The power play stays the same. The only difference now is the PK, which has been changed up. The big additions there and the changes that we made, Gianna, Rayom, and Bellemare were not here before. I'm not going to make any changes to that top unit, even though they were likely to be the problem. So we'll see if that ends up being a smart decision. Three-man PK. We did have a couple of -1s, I think, but now we only have one. So, hey, it works out. Our goaltender, Bernard Papineau. I'm a little bit nervous, but we got to do what we got to do, right? We got to give him a shot. Stick with the team that brought us to the dance, as they say. This is the Sabres team that we are up against, and I mean, I dare say it's winnable. They do have Ray Packard, who's only 21 years old, low franchise. Jesus, 5th overall pick not that long ago. You have Stefan Brunstrom and Pierce Kobayashi on that top line. Second line of Dmitry Ledbedev, Teemu Hentunen, I'm guessing it's Hentunen, and J.C. Sanderson. A third line of Abel Farmer, what a name, Mason McTavish, and Ludwig Hornquist. Mason McTavish, now 37 years old, just to show you how far into the series we are. And Pascal Dupuis is with Ahmed Gianna and Aiden Agostino. So, good team, certainly. Winnable series, I'd say so, when their second line has 279 overall players. Defensively, it's pretty good. Santiago Hillman is with Nasir Selick, 2 former first-round picks, top 6. Rod Patalny is with Vince Schantz, and Daniel Beauchemin is with Francois Valcourt. The goaltender, 84 overall, Stéphane Marchand. The starter, former third-round pick of the Devils, Eric Delzato, the backup. Healthy scratches, Mitch Lutz, Brennan Keefe, and Edward Darling. Are we going to win? I don't know. Let's be honest. It's a winnable series on paper, but this is also the type of Buffalo team that could go on to win the Cup, if we are being 100% honest with ourselves. 85, 83, 79 for our ratings, 86, 83, and an 82. So no real surprise that they have the slight offensive advantage. We'll see how it works out. I mean, we do have home ice advantage. We earned it for whatever it's worth, which the answer is not much. Let's get this series started. Is this the beginning of a journey for the Growlers to potentially end this series on a Dan high note? Or are we going to just waste it again? It's been really the theme of this series. Not a single Stanley Cup final appearance. First period. Decent start. Durand and Sauvé with the goals. Packard, unsurprisingly, as their top player, getting one back. 8 shots apiece. Second period, score holds. The shots no longer that close. But we do score a power play goal to start the third. Aiden Hannon That's a huge goal to get one right back on the power play, though, Mason McTavish. So we're still up by 1. Time to see what Bernard Papineau was made of here. Final 10 minutes of regulation. Power play goes to waste. Can we hold on? 4.5, 3.5, 2, 1.5, 30 seconds. Yes. You love to see it. Tim Orr gets the winning, not the winning goal. That belongs to Hannon. The sealing goal. The game over goal. Call it what you will. 40 shots to 30, but 4-2 on the board. A very good start here for the Growlers in this series, and look at Mr. Papineau. Who needs high-level goaltending in this game? Aiden Hannon and Mr. Philippe Réaume both doing a fantastic job as well. And it's not the first time we've seen this, but the Newfie Growlers have a 1-0 series lead here in round 1. We're not going to get overly optimistic just yet. One game at a time. Come on. Please, God, let us win this. First period. Ho, 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 ho. Hello. And a Merry Christmas to you all. 16 shots to 4, 4-0 on the board. All of the goals from outside locations. Oh my God. Marchand messing up more than a shootout in Philadelphia. Angelidis gets his first ever playoff goal. Hannon scores on the power play again. Brennan and Sauvé. Unbelievable start for the Growlers. Second period, it's now 5. Mason Gianna with the goal. 30 shots to 14. It's 5-0. Growlers make it 5-1 as Ledbedev ends the shutout. As Durand gets it right back. 6-1 Growlers. 7-1 Growlers. Aiden Hannon, have yourself a start to this series, my son. 7-1. The final score in Game 2. God help us if we can't get the job done from here. We've outscored them 11-3 over the first 2 games. I get it. You know, the home team win trend is looming overhead. But look at Philippe Réaume. Look at Wes Corazzini. I mean, there isn't a single player outside of Jaden Hines who doesn't have a point, which is the most Jaden Hines thing I've ever seen. This has been one of, if not the most frustrating players in the history of any franchise mode series we've ever had. But then defensively, Hugo doesn't have a single point. Belmar has 4 points. Stefan Sauvé has 2 goals. Figure that one out. Bernie Papineau with a .951 save percentage. 2 games down, but we still have 2 games to go, don't we? It's Game 3 in Buffalo. Let's see what we can do. First period, scoreless. 14 shots to 11 in their favor. Second period, not scoreless. We got a goal apiece. Ledbedev and Sauvé again. My God, what a playoff performer. We go to the third, tied at 1. Anybody's ball game at this stage. Power play goes to waste for Buffalo. The question now, who is going to get that next goal? Another power play for Buffalo. We're playing with fire with this lack of discipline. Under 6 minutes remaining here in regulation. Next goal is going to win this game, but we are going to have to wait until overtime to find out if it's going to be us. As much as I'd love to jump in and watch it, we're not going to. We saved those for the big moments, and while this is relatively a big moment, it's not quite there yet. Overtime. It's clearly going to be their best player in Packard, or I'm going to call out Thomas to win it for us. Here we go. Overtime, Game 3, 2-0 lead for the Growlers. Can we make it 3? Power play for the Sabres, and I said we were playing with fire. And we got burned. Kobayashi on the power play. 2-1 final for the Sabres, and I am incredibly frustrated. That was a winnable game that we just threw away. May, Gianna, Corazzini, Duran, Hannon, Rayo. Look at that. You're not going to win a game like this. You are just outright not going to win a game like that, taking that many penalties. Sabres didn't take a single penalty in that game. We took 7. We're obviously not going to win. And the problem is, okay, Gianna, May, Durand, Wallet, all younger. Corazini, Rayom, and Hannon are our veterans, and they were the ones taking the penalties down the stretch. So as good as like Hannon's been so far in this series, you blew it, pal. You blew it. You need to be better than that. So again, as expected, the home team has yet to lose. We need that to change in Game 4. And for the love of God, can we show some level of discipline? That would be great. First period, 2-1 Sabres, Shantz and Farmer. Tim Orr gets the goal back, or at least one of them. 2 goals in 34 seconds for them, though. Second period, goal apiece. Rayom ties the game, but Brunstrom reestablishes the lead. We go to the third, down by a goal. Corazini on his redemption tour. He's able to tie it, but again, we just can't keep the score close. We have just been trailing for the vast majority of this game. Sanderson's goal. Wallet scores. Power play. Yes, double it up. Wes Corazini. We finally have the lead. An incredible back and forth here. Is it enough? Yes, it is. Rayom scores 6-4. Your final score. A much better performance from this team. Defensively, maybe not. But the offense made up for it. Corazini and Rayom, what a combination they are. Aiden Hannon as well, the redemption tour. And you notice the difference here? Not a single penalty taken. Papineau was awful. But staying out of the box is crucial for us. We are 1 win away from the second round. Looks like it might be Boston awaiting us if we were to make it through. We have 3 opportunities to close out this series, but god damn it, this team needs to play like there is no tomorrow. Game 5 on home ice. Can we close out this series? First period, scoreless, 12 shots to 9 in our favor. Second period, 1 goal apiece. Hugo! Good old Hugo shows up on the power play, but Kobayashi got it back. Third period. Here we go. Is it time? Is it time? Is it time? Brennan makes it 2-1. Halfway through this third period now. Can we hold on? Is this it? Beauchemin able to get it back. 1:02 to go. And it's overtime. As much as I'd love to watch the handshake, I don't want to sit here potentially for the next 20 minutes watching the AI play. At least not today. If I want to do that, it needs to be for more than just a first round matchup, let's be honest. But then again, we lost in overtime last time. Can we get it done? Overtime. Here we go. Or will it be Game 6 in Buffalo? Power play! Pierre Leroy and the Newfie Growlers finally fight their way back to the second round, beating Buffalo in 5. Oh, thank God. Yes, 1 down. Who knows how many to go. God, it feels so good to see this team get a win. At least we made the playoffs and got a win. We can at least, I think at this point, we're playing with house money. Whatever happens from here, we can say, you know, this team made the playoffs, put up a fight a couple of times, just couldn't get over the hump due to our limitations. It is what it is. We're playing with house money, boys. Mason Gianna wasn't great. Needs to clean that up a little bit. Zach LaRue as well. Tim Moore was okay. Like, obviously, I like the offensive contributions, but the plus-minus is a little bit concerning in a vacuum. You know, obviously, like, okay, a -3 isn't that big of a deal, but, you know, they're getting outplayed 5-on-5 is what we're seeing there. I don't like it. Second line, though. Philip Ariome. Good Lord. Wes Corazini. Maurice Duran was kind of left behind a little bit, but still, he was able to hang in there. Sheldon Brennan with 3 points, 2 for Bear May and just 1 for Angelides, but again, they were solid 5-on-5. Hines picked up a point, 6 points for Hannon, a power play specialist, and then Todd Thomas. Defensively, the Rafael Ule Huale Wale. We're going with Wale. 1 goal, -1. Not too bad. Hugo didn't have the biggest impact, at least offensively. Sauve was phenomenal. We said when we drafted this kid, maybe he'd be the difference maker. And he and Simon Belmar, good lord, were they amazing in that first round matchup. We're looking okay. Papineau with a 927. That went about as well as it could have. We are moving on to round 2. We don't know who it will be. Might even leave it as a surprise, yeah, because the Bruins haven't picked up that 4th win. But, I mean, we're averaging 4.2 goals for per game. And just a 2.2 against, which is the 3rd lowest. That's a damn good start. 42% on the power play. Man, holy hell. 14 attempts, 6 goals. It's crazy. 81% on the PK, which isn't great, but isn't abysmal. Like, say, Buffalo's kill happened to be at 57%. Round 2 awaits. Might we just possibly be able to end this series on a high note? We're going to find out soon.